The United Nations is on to Chongqing. How can a global convention named after a city on the West African coast trace its origin to an inland East Asian city? Last December, the 80th sessions of the UN General Assembly formally adopted the United Nations Convention on the Negotiable Cargo Documents, opening for signature this October in Accra, the capital of Ghana. Yet its core provisions were conceived in Chongqing, resolving a challenge that has plagued global trade for over a century. In international trade, the Ocean Bill of Lading serves as a proof of receipt and confirms the title to the goods. The holder of the Bill of Lading controls the shipment, can use it to secure financing from banks. However, railway and roadway bills lack this functionality. In 2017, Chongqing piloted the title function of railway waybills. Previously, a local inland exporter would ship out goods and do a long wait before receiving payment. After the pilot program, the Bill of Lading financing enabled the company to sustain production for the next order. But the innovation must clear legal hurdles. In 2020, a court in Chongqing Liangjiang area heard the nation's first dispute over a railway bill of lading. The court's ruling recognized it as a valid document of title. And Chongqing's multimodal logistic, linking land and sea, also gave rise to the single document system, where one issuance covers the entire rail-to-sea journey with one single settlement. By the end of 2025, Chongqing has issued over 47,000 single document bill of lading, facilitating nearly 1.1 billion yuan in financing. Recognizing the significance of the practice early on, the Chinese government submitted a proposal to the UN Commission on International Trade Law as early as 2019. Finally, after more than 6 years of negotiation, the Convention on Negotiable Cargo Documents is finally approved, and Ghana offered to host a signing ceremony in its capital, Accra. And in accordance with international practice, the city also lent its name to the Accra Convention. It is also the seat of African Continental Free Trade Area Secretariat, which aligns closely with the Convention's objective of eliminating trade barriers. What about Chongqing? It is located deep inland, and none of the 5 neighboring provinces has a seaport. At the same time, the Yangtze River flows through the city. So seeking trade routes amid isolation has always been ingrained in the DNA of a port town. Yet, in the era of global supply chain, being far away from the coastline also means being far away from international trade. Chongqing's choice is, to the west, open the China-Europe Railway Express. To the south, carve out new international land-sea trade corridor. The city's spirit of resilience, valiance, openness, and pioneering goes far beyond trade itself. Contributing to the C&D Convention is just one example of Chongqing's participation in the global development. What's under international spotlight is more than night views or infrastructural spectacles. Equally prominent are the practices that have emerged within. Chongqing breaks down the Sustainable Development Goals into local action plans, and once validated, this initiative returned to the international stage to be studied, shared, and even incorporated as global standards. On October 31, 2023, Chongqing, a hub of industrial design, received recognition from UNESCO, awarded the title City of Design, and joined the Creative Cities Network. Over 500,000 design professionals chose here, and total output value of the cultural, creative, and design services sector have surpassed 200 billion yuan. Design exhibitions and cross-border projects follow suit. And not only that, but Chongqing submits annual reports and action plan to UNESCO every year. If the City of Design designation once again highlights the unique character of the mountain city, then the following case demonstrates that Chongqing also serves as a serious reference for urban governance. This vast metropolis, with its rugged terrain between mountains and rivers, is prone to disasters. The SDG set a fundamental requirement for modern cities to significantly reduce deaths and direct economic losses from disaster. Chongqing's response includes an early warning system that integrates radar, satellites, weather station, and big data models to cover over 99.9% of the public. The World Meteorological Organization has listed Chongqing model as a typical example of early warning for all initiative, providing training to 92 countries and regions. And this April, WMO Secretary General Celeste Saulo made a special trip to Chongqing and remarked the local practical experiences will be valuable for others. Chongqing's local wisdom has become public knowledge asset for cities in the global south. In 2025, during the World Cities Day main event in China, Chongqing released its voluntary local review to the UN, vowing to provide reference for development services and governance of cities worldwide, especially for those in developing countries. Knowledge sharing constitutes in itself a form of globalization. A 2019 World Bank research project that Chongqing will become an efficient, inclusive, livable, and characteristic global city by 2035. The aforementioned case offers a new dimension to the metrics of global city. It is not merely about projecting an international image. Chongqing is already exporting practices and participating in shaping the rules of global sustainable development and international trade.